Melodic rap.
핸섬 소세지.
What's up, guys? We have some sausages.
Hello everybody, we have some sausages and today we're reacting to Changbin's Streetlight featuring Bangchan. This is a continuation of our B-side journey for Stray Kids Replay album.
Would this be like our first reaction of these two?
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Especially
I don't recall...
focusing on Changbin.
Yeah, Changbin featuring Bangchan. It's not like Changbin and Bangchan.
I don't think we've ever seen that, which is awesome because we already know from Survival Show and whatnot that Changbin is an incredible singer. And I'm assuming
this is going to be the singing song.
Right, Streetlight. So like
Streetlight,
가로등. Given the image of Streetlight, I'm assuming that it'll be like a mellow song and therefore he'll sing.
Yeah, I was thinking about like that epic-ish vibe of that hip-hop beat and mellow chords. Maybe. Either it could be dark or like very romantic.
Sure. But don't you think there will be singing, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Because Streetlight.
I don't see unless Bangchan is the one singing and Changbin just does the rap. But I feel like I just want to see him sing because he's an amazing singer. So.
It could be like just Changbin could do rap and sing, and at the end Bangchan could say, "Hey,"
just like what Felix did with the Sriracha mixtape.
That's it. Yeah, you never know with Stray Kids, these clowns.
Yeah, but I think it's also because we're coming from Han's Close. So we know like maybe Changbin will do the same thing. Right. So
this replay album.
Yeah. So we'll see how this one goes. I'm so loving that every single one of these so far has videos attached to it. It's awesome.
Thank you so much, Stray Kids.
So we're just gonna get to this, and before we start, thank you everybody who's supporting our channel over at our Patreon page. If you want to have a say in what we react to next, get extra contents and all those lovely stuff, check out our Patreon page. The link is in the description below. We're reacting to Skid songs from A to Z, Skid's Code, Kingdom Legendary War, whatever Stray Kids related we're doing. So if you want to see more Stray Kids content, go check that out. Otherwise, let's get to the song. 3, 2, 1, click. Even the ambience right now feels like it's going to be
okay. This is exactly... Wait, I'm not sure, but...
It's got auto-tune start, okay. It's got built-in subs, closed caption. Oh. Oh. Oh,
look at his
wow. Melodic rap. Ooh. Oh. Whoa. Oh. Wow. Wow. Wow.
So focused on their lyrics.
Yeah. So that was Bangchan right there. Oh my gosh. My gosh. Wow.
Okay.
Dang.
Yo.
That was heavy.
I personally think that this was our reaction video that more than 90% of the time we weren't reacting or talking at all. Like we were just fully focused. We were receiving this message from Changbin, how he felt.
I mean, yeah, it's clearly his own story. Of course, it can work as his message to everybody who is feeling this way, but there's definitely his own personal experience in there for sure, and the way he feels.
There's a connection between modern Stray Kids and the older that mixtape era, or
right
that writing their persony feelings.
Because it used to be very way more personal back in the day, and they are pretty much reintroducing that here in this album with Han's Close as well as Changbin's Streetlight this time. He's clearly comparing himself to the Streetlight, which I think is awesome.
And
it's interesting also that they didn't provide, or there isn't subtitles, English subtitles for this video. There's no subtitles in this video at all, which is interesting because usually Stray Kids videos have subtitles available, and if there is one video that would require translation, it would be this one. So I am surprised because they even have closed caption within the video, it's hard coded in the video, but there's no subtitle. And I'm sure there are videos with translation of lyrics videos.
The lyrics video.
But I do want to point out one thing. There was one section where he talks about rooftop. This rooftop that is kind of being broken down, and it's old. All the raindrops are collecting, and he says how that raindrop knows my cracks. But cracks as in is referring to the rooftop, and how there's cracks in the rooftop, so the rain would fall through the cracks and into the house. But in Korean, when you say cracks in this way, 빈틈, they're also talking about his weakness, basically.
Right.
And so this word that literally means cracks also works as referring to somebody's weakness or vulnerability.
Yeah. So rather than focusing on the cracks, and the 빈틈 is more like a little bit of that empty wholeness,
emptiness.
Emptiness.
Yeah, they could let the rain pass through.
Yeah.
It's not just a comparison or a metaphor. It actually doubles in the meaning as well in Korean. So I thought I would point that out, and that it's a beautiful lyric. But essentially he's using different metaphors and poetic expressions to talk about how there's this pressure for him to be okay always, and to be there for them, just like Streetlight. In the middle of darkness, in the middle of a lonely street where nobody's there, and you still have to be bright and lighting and smiling. And he finds that he needs to be that person, not
that's what he's saying,
just because he is pressuring himself into doing that, but also because of others requiring him to be that Streetlight, that person, and the difficulties that come from having to be that thing that people wishes him to be. So it was rough. It was hard to react to it in any other way than to just pay attention and listen to it.
It was more like 80% of my anticipation of how this song is gonna go like.
Right. You mentioned Epic High. It's got that element as well.
So I knew it was gonna be that Korean hip hop era, 2010s and stuff like that. But it was a little bit faster, and the rhythm sources weren't the things that I was expecting.
It was also very Bangchan. Just like Han's Close.
Yeah. And I could feel that, and you have to know that it was very, very repetitive.
That's true.
Just like a piano and then rhythm came in. That's it.
But it still works because it's the lyrics.
That's
that
what
are,
I wanted to point out, because that's how the song makes viewers or audience to focus on more on the lyrics.
Yeah, if you've been on our channel, you know how we talked about in many different instances where sometimes it's okay to keep the song simple if you want the listeners to pay it, or if you have a message that you want to really deliver and you want to focus on the lyrics and you want the listeners to focus on the lyrics. Simplicity is key sometimes, not always, but usually that's how it goes. And Stray Kids, they did that well with FNF as well, right? So just like that here too.
And Changbin is doing nothing special much, just like really melodical rap, and then his crazy raps and everything. So, but nothing standing out. Even in the music video too, he's just like
keep it
talking.
simple.
Yeah, keep it like.
There was that blue paint, which I thought is very interesting. But not getting into that in this video.
Yeah, but except that although he's not doing anything like over just coming out or something like that, because of his presence, I could say this song was more lifted up, you could say.
Yeah, and also on the point about the rap itself too, if you speak Korean, it'll be easier to understand this or easier to catch, but you could tell that he really prioritized sending across that message, again, even with his rap style, because he didn't rely on particular flow that he usually does or rhyming pattern that he usually goes for. Instead, he opted out for storytelling, less rhyme and flow focused rap style, more of a talking, and that's why there's like melodic raps, you know what I mean? It wasn't about how good of a rapper he is, but he was just being very articulate,
that's
clear,
exactly.
and sending out that message. Of course, I mean it's still great rap, but that wasn't the point. That wasn't the point that he was trying to get at.
We're not trying to fancy out in the song over here. It's just like,
that's exactly.
And although he didn't do it, it's still fancying out. They both did a great job.
Yeah, he really wants you to pay attention to what he has to say. So this was Changbin's Streetlight. This was way heavier than we thought, but it was something necessary and something that we really appreciate, especially now that we've been following Stray Kids for a long time, and we have done so many different contents from Stray Kids and seen Changbin in action and how he interacts with other members and how he really stays there like a streetlight for the members as well, and how he's always positive and lifting up the mood in whatever situation they are all in together, being the clown of the group. But he's going through his own stuff, and people sometimes just don't get it, like just because you're positive and doesn't mean that your life is all sunshines and unicorns, right? So it definitely was heavy, but also very. I'm glad he did it, right? You know what I mean? I'm glad that he's telling his story so that more people who don't get it can get it, and people who's going through similar things can be encouraged through his messages, because he's been through a lot, clearly. So anyways, really nice song. We're loving the roller coaster that this B-side is giving us. Yeah, we're just gonna keep on driving toward the end of the B-side, and of course, by the time we get to the end, we are going to return to the A-side and finish the track that we didn't finish or we didn't react to, which is #LoveStay. We think it's a great wrapping up song for us, because we know Love Stay is probably about stays.
Yep.
So we will finish the B-side and then return to it. But anyways, I hope you enjoy this, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Bijin.
Hiya.
Margot Metzen.
China XOL.
Ocean Chibi.
Arixo.
Adavant. Teresa Keynes. Aubriana Saba.
Gabby Brewer.
Justina Buspariani,
Yuna Chun,
Jordan Kokimore,
Sasha Bardita,
Laura,
Kel,
Kiara Jordan,
Hagen Megan,
Nini,
Lacto Basil.